Vroom, vroom, vroom. Hey yo guys, how are you? I trust that you guys are doing well. It's your brother Paul, aka Peter Pan. So, if your life is not, pardon me for that, if your life is not easy right now, if your life is tough right now, then this video is for you. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna share with you guys two parts in this video, right? So, the first part's gonna be about talking about why life can be easy and stuff like that, okay? The second part is the practical steps, and we're going to go into three main practical steps that will make your life extremely easier, okay? Much easier. Actually, surprisingly easy. Okay, so the first thing, let me take a seat real quick. So, if your life is not getting easier each year, and you're not getting healthier each year or happier each year, then you should change something, okay? There are things in our lives that bring us happiness and things that take away happiness, okay? And happiness is not pleasure, but happiness is pleasurable, even though pleasure is not happiness, okay? So, one of the things immediately, okay, I guess I'll just mix the two parts anyway. So, one of the things immediately that you can do to make your life, to take away, like, things like fear, anger, and stuff like that, and stress and anxiety and stuff like that, is to stop watching porn. Okay, that's the first thing. So next to each of these things, that whatever bothers you, there's like a button next to it, right? There's like a, let's say, a tick next to it, right? A tick as in like a flea that sucks blood or something. So when you take that, so let's say there's stress, right, or anxiety. Next to that feeling of anxiety that you feel, there's a flea or a tick of some species. When you take that off, this is a metaphor now, when you take that off, you take the flea off of pornography, you'll notice that the fear part that you were feeling, the bar goes down, goes lower, and you feel less fear, okay? Then maybe you still might have some, but then we look to trace the cause, and then we see, okay, there's another flea over there, or a tick, or what is that? Oh, it's getting angry at people. Or one thing that I found, it's kind of a subtle detail, but it makes a difference, which is playing violent video games. I mean, I love video games a lot, and I used to play tons of video games. Video games are dope. I prefer racing ones now. But one thing I noticed is that irritation, and during the times when I played, like, I stopped playing video games for a while, stopped watching video games for a while as well. And when I started again, I started like watching Gears of War, and each period of time that I started like watching like violent video games or whatever, I started noticing, because I've become very observant of how I feel and stuff like that. And if you guys do this too, it will help you. By the way, only watch this video if you want to, okay? Only if you want to. So during those times, I would get more. I'd find these small things about people that just irritated me, and I'd be like, that's not like me. I don't normally feel irritated by people. It's unusual for me to feel irritated by people. And then I'm like, what am I doing differently? Then when I noticed, it's the video game thing that's different. When I cut that off, I noticed, or not just normal video games, because racing games seem to be fine. Simulated, like peaceful games, Sims or something, I don't know, building games, whatever, seem to be fine. But games that move you towards violence and stuff like that, that have pictures of that, when I cut those out, I noticed, okay, I went back to me not being irritated when I hear someone chew loudly at the dinner table. Someone chews loudly at the dinner table, I'm like so chilled about it. But then during the times I was playing those games or watching those videos or movies, more of that stuff, can't really vouch for movies, but then I would be like, it really just got on me. So that's just a small example. So there's definitely ways to make your life much easier. My life now, guys, has become extremely easy, and I'm very thankful. And it's not just because of physical circumstances. I've been, someone might say, oh, it's because you're living with your parents or whatever. But I know there was a time when I lived with my folks, and it was tough, 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 tough. Um, all the chores, all of the cleaning up, all of the moving this, moving that. It's like moving furniture here, moving this here. It's like, when can you get a break, right? Um, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. That's the least. That's like the tip of the iceberg. Um, so it's not about your physical circumstances. It's more about what's going on inside of you that will influence the outside around you. So I felt inspired to make this video for you guys today. Um, yeah. So the three things are this to make it easier for you: emotions, intentions, and actions. Meditating, learning to meditate or be present to the moment throughout the day will help you to really take control of your own emotions, right? Um, yeah, it'll help you take control of your own emotions. So, why is it very important to control your emotions, or why is it very beneficial? It's because your emotions, if we're talking Abraham Hicks wise, Neville Goddard wise, metaphysical wise, different religions wise, science wise, influence the world around you, and it influences your circumstances and the events that you get drawn into. Okay, so to the degree of the emotion, just basically stop feeling angry, because when you become angry and stuff, you're just creating work for yourself. Okay, um, you're making it harder on yourself. You're attracting like hard work towards yourself. This is what I've experienced, right? During times when a period when I got like really angry, I I was looking for a job, but I moved towards a job that had a lot of hard work, and things were just tough to the degree of the anger that I felt. When my anger was less, things got easier. Um, and now that my anger is basically almost like non-existent, like I like I almost never feel angry about things. I've got this really easy, amazing job, all these positive people, a great environment, and the pay is really nice. Um, like compared to like what I'm being paid to do, it's like really pretty good. Um, and it's pretty easy compared to most jobs, right? I work with a floral company, really awesome. Um, so, and the pay is even better than the jobs where I used to have to work harder. Okay, I work easier, work less, and the pay is better, and the environment is nicer. There's more fun. It's friendlier. There's sometimes there's food given to us or drinks given to us. Um, it's nice. Okay, gifts given to us. We went on a nice outing the other day. Anyways, guys, the reason I'm telling you this is that you can see that stay away from those emotions that you don't want to feel more of. Okay, so move away from anger, right? Um, one thing that there's so much to say in this. I'm just gonna touch on the basic points to help you guys as much as I can. If you want this help or not, I don't know. Um, pardon me. If you don't want it, then rather don't watch. But if you are interested, then watch. I believe it'll be good for you. That's the other thing. So, if you're feeling an emotion that you don't like, learn to dissipate the emotion by watching the emotion and feeling it so that it disappears. But if you're not able to do that yet, focus on being able to feel whatever you're sitting on, the sensation of touch, or the feeling of when you're walking, feel your feet touching your shoes, or when you're opening a door, feel your hand opening the door handle. Feel those things. When you eat your food, feel the taste of it. Smell the smell of the flowers and whatever. Okay, that'll help you get more control of your emotions, right? The next thing is intentions, right? Have good intentions towards all. Wishing, either at least wishing neutral. You don't even have to wish good on others, but that'll be great for you. But at least don't wish anyone harm. At least wish people neutralness. If you get what I'm saying. At least have like a anything but negative, either neutral or positive towards other people. Like in your intentions, when you want to deal with them, or when you want to speak to them, or whatever. or when you think of them, whoever they are, like, treat them, think of them as you would think of yourself, or as you would think of someone that you care about. The minimum being neutrally. The next one is action, right? Only do to others what you would want others to do to you. So the way that you are treating others, you're attracting that kind of treatment back to yourself. So yeah, it doesn't come to you back in the way that you think. Like, you think, okay, I'm gonna write this person, I'm gonna write this girl a letter saying, oh, I love you, or whatever, and then maybe some other girl is gonna write me a letter saying she loves me. You know what might happen? Depending on what vibrational state you're in, I'm not even saying a person should write a letter or anything like that, but it's just an example. Depending on your state, what can happen is you write that letter, someone later on, maybe a week later, someone else sends you a message, or someone talks to you, and it could be like someone that, depending on how that other person felt about you, whether they were interested in you or not, plays a role. So someone else could be someone that you're not necessarily interested in, could talk to you and tell you they love you and stuff like that, and have a similar kind of vibe or message. And if you're observant, you'll kind of see the thing. The better thing to do is to raise your state, elevate your state, and to feel amazing and just connect with the universe and with God through presence currency, through meditating, through being present to the moment, getting better at the touch, sensation, feeling, getting into flow state more often through I recommend the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. That helps with flow state. What will happen then is, when you go through that, you will become more filled with the life of the universe, and you will become more attractive, and you will attract people to you that you find more attractive. You'll basically become more aligned to the things that you want and that you enjoy, and you will draw people. And then in that situation, if you wrote something to someone saying, oh, I think you're awesome, whatever, then you can get something back from someone else who you admire, and they can say you're awesome and everything like that. It's just an example. I hope you guys are following what I'm saying. I'm kind of speaking a bit fast. I'm thinking about the space, or how much recording space there is on this video on my phone. So yeah, it's definitely not necessary for you to experience a tough time, okay? It's all, you are in control, okay? And when you find control within yourself, you will begin to gain more control over your life, more control over the events and stuff like that. Emotion, intention, and actions. So it's not about working hard. You can listen to Abraham Hicks, that helps too. But also at the same time, you want to consider people, because I found that I wouldn't take one teacher and then do everything that they say to the T, because that doesn't actually apply to me. It's generally a mixture of the things that work for you, right? This is my experience. See how it works for you. So yeah, be less of a consumer and be more of a creator. That helps a lot. Getting into flow state in that way. So I write raps, and I write them for fun. Do something that's fun, taking baby steps of things that are easy / fun, and then doing them. Even if it's like building a little Lego house or a Lego castle, a small thing. If that's fun for you, that's a great way to start attracting abundance to you, through having that little bit of fun, or that little bit of ease, nonchalantness. And you get into a zone where your notifications on your phone are off, and you just set aside an hour or 2 hours to do whatever it is you're doing, whether it's painting. But don't do it to please other people necessarily. You can, but only do that if it's giving you good emotions, okay? You want to prioritize your positive feeling first, and flow state first. And what that's going to do is, it's going to attract more good stuff to you, and it's going to be healthier for your mind. You're going to notice you feel better through the day. Instead of watching lots of YouTube videos, or scrolling through TikTok, or eyes, or going through Facebook or Instagram. Rather spending time on that creative thing that you're doing. It's gonna help you in many different ways. Um, I've been writing like uh, words that rhyme. I mean, it's fun for me just thinking of words that rhyme, and then I meditate. If I notice my thoughts start going in different ways away from the rhymes, I'll just like get present to the moment, meditate, and then that'll give me more control over my mind again. One of the monks actually said that meditation helps make the mind more pliable. Um, in other words, it becomes more malleable. More it's easier for you to control it and to direct it in the way that you want when you meditate, etc. Yeah. So, yeah. If you want to, you can watch this video more than once if you're up to it. Um, there is some stuff there to be digested and to be drawn from. Um, a lot of stuff I said in there. Maybe you watch it twice or thrice if you want to. But yeah, I hope that this helps you guys in some way. These things have helped me tremendously and enormously, and I can see that things are getting brighter, depending less on the outside and noticing the control that is on the inside, um, and then enjoying the outside while being grounded within, if you get what I'm saying. So I hope that this helps you guys. Um, yeah, it's not necessary for you to go through a tough time, bro. Not at all. All of the events, whether it's like physical stuff or things with family, like all of it has a cause, and I don't know how much responsibility you're willing to take, because sometimes people can see, if someone says you're responsible for something, they can see it as blame, um, when in actuality, if you really are responsible, that can be very good news, because that actually means you are in control. So if you want to empower yourself, you can look at it as, I'm in control of this, and there's a way to gain control. I might not understand it right now, but there's a way to gain understanding. So yeah, there is definitely a way to be very happy, very joyful, and being humble within your heart, that helps. Aiming towards purity, that helps. Leaning towards good emotions, feeling light-hearted, that helps. Thinking less, that helps. Being more considerate of others in the way of like being kind and gentle, not overthinking, but just being relaxed. And meditating helps you with not overthinking. So being caring, etc. That's great. Um, Seeing that the juice of life is within yourself and within being a blessing to others. But first of all, being in right standing with the universe, with yourself, with Source, with God, or with whatever you want to call it, the energy that gives you life. Being in right standing with that, you connected with that, and then you can bless the world around you and enjoy the abundance that grows. And it's really amazing. So I hope that you guys are blessed by this. Yeah, have an awesome day. Peace.